Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. It's your boy LR bringing you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles and any and everything pop culture. What's going on today? Wow, this is pretty much happy Memorial's Day to everyone out there who's celebrating today. But what I have in front of me right now is the Spider-Man, you know what it is, Anti-Ock suit deluxe version. And this is basically from the video game version, of course, VGM, Hot Toys version. This is the VGM045 collectible figure itself. As you can see, like I said, this is straight from the game. So this is the Spider-Ock Anti-Ock suit. Pretty much highly anticipated to some. To others, it may not be. But like I said, being a Spider-Man fan, I could not wait to get my hands on this figure because it was a different take. Something we got from the video game. So I kind of expected them to drop this figure. I couldn't wait until they did it since they were pretty much tackling, almost every suit from the game. But I, couldn't wait and finally got it in hand. I basically got this figure in today. So I did get this from Hong Kong, straight from Hong Kong. So, had to pull that trigger to get this, especially at the price that I got it for. And earlier on, I might as well have actually gone ahead and paid that price to get this figure early, especially considering the fact that we have a whole bunch of delays and I'm not waiting any further. So let's jump and dive right on in. We have that beautiful box art itself of the Spider-Man Anti-Ock suit. You have the silhouette, nice little picture on the front of that character itself. If you actually extend out to the side, you get a clear view here. And once you extend that flap, you can see the detail in that figure, the detail in the paint application with the lit up logo, also the lit up eye. So I do love that. Kind of reminds me of that keep me honest, I forget what it was called, from Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's Yellow Jacket. Yeah, the Yellow Jacket suit. So they should have did that. It would have been good to kind of see that figure, but, they didn't jump on it. So maybe we'll see it in the foreseeable future. You never know. Do have that Spider-Man logo on the front, at the very bottom. The very bottom, we have the Hot Toys logo, the video game logo down at the bottom there. On the side, if you extend it out, you do have that black Spider-Man logo. I do like that. Again, we have the extension of the Spider-Man Anti-Ock suit logo on the side here, deluxe version. On the back, of course, you already see it. It has pretty much the warnings and, pretty much where it came from, who was responsible for bringing us this figure. So, not different from what we've actually already seen. And then, of course, we already seen that wraparound. Now, this is basically an extended sleeve. So, of course, you can open it up. Now, here you get the figure, which we'll tap into in a little bit. But inside here, you actually see, let's turn it over to the side, get a chance to basically see that figure. Some of the details, actually, like saying from the game itself, we did the impossible, Doc, but now I have to destroy it with a little creation of my own. Peter Parker, quote from him, most definitely. But I do like that, we get that, added to this figure. Very, 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 I'm happy that, they decided to go further, with it. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the box. We'll bring all the accessories outside the box. You see the clamshell here, of course, and it has all the accessories attached to it. But we're going to get all those accessories out first, and then we'll tap into that figure in just a moment. But yeah, I'm so happy we got this figure. So let's kind of dive right in and get it going. Let's go. All right, and as you can see, we have all the accessories outside the box as it will come to you once you get this figure. Now, as you can see, and I'm just going to start with the huge, most important elephant in the room is the actual figure stand itself. Now, I decided not to go with this because this does come with the actual figure, as you can see, which I'm glad they added. It is the top layered plating that you can actually put on top of the actual stand, just if you wanted to go with this regular version. Now, I'm guessing if you didn't get the deluxe version, you will see this with your figure. Now, they were nice enough to give this to those who did get the deluxe version, so you can add this if you want. If you didn't decide to go with the tentacles that actually come with the stand itself, you can use this nice little display. It does have that nice little illumination, same illumination that you see on the front of the figure, but I decided to basically go with the tentacles. So let's go with that stand. Let's take a look at that real quick. This is a beauty. I do like this. I like the simple fact that they've added this. They gave us a bit of animation, something to play around with the actual stand itself. So I went ahead and just, you know, pretty much attached them to the stand, as I will have it in the DTOF. I have some ideas of how I want to actually display this, but these things are amazing. I do like, you know, the tentacles. I like what we actually get the detail in that. I do like how you can actually see one of them actually curving underground and then coming up. You can see it coming through the actual floor, and a nice little transition it actually gives us with that. The detail, the illumination that you see at the tip of each individual tentacle and also inside there. I do love this, man. I'm glad that they you know, decided to give us like a, you know, sort of like a display, so to speak. You know, like a diorama display, you know, stand that we actually get. So I'm glad that they're doing this with most of the Spider-Man figures. You know, we wanted some elevation, and you know, we wanted them to elevate and give us some evolution, and they've given it to us. So I do like this stand. I can't wait to, you know, attach it and see how I can play around with that figure. So I want to go with the big baby first, which was that stand. Now we're going to go with some of the action. As you can see, I have all the hands out here, and it's nothing different from what we actually see with most of the actual Spider-Man figures, but this has like a nice little matte black finish with like a polished shiny sheen to like the armored plating on top of the hands. So I do like the detail we get in that. Of course, you see like the web shooting right there. But this thing is amazing. I mean, I love the detail that we actually get, the quality we get on those hands. Really to scale, really detailed, polished. I love that. So I'm glad we get that. If we actually tap in, we see a couple of the actual eyes. I'll grab a few of them here. We have the expressive eyes, you know, pretty much kind of slanted there. And then we have this smaller version here, you know, if he's kind of squinting, or if he, you know, basically gets that Peter tingle, if you want to say. I do like the detail that we actually get in that. It is some quality there. I like that they've added that, and, you know, gave us something to play around with. I don't really swap out my eyes as much. I don't really have the need to, but for those of you, you know, who want to, yeah, you can go right ahead. That's pretty cool. And of course, we have the web shooters. Now, before we actually jump over to that, these are the actual sleeves. Now, he has some on right now, but these are like the cufflinks that come with the figure. So when you remove the hands, these are actually going to be over top of the actual figure, and I think this is basically his web shooter dispenser that he actually has. So, you know, I do like that they gave us some extra ones, because he comes with 2 already, but these are 2 that you can actually apply as well. So glad we have that. Let's see here. Of course, we're going to jump into that webbing. Now, of course, we have the webs here. As you can see, now these are, like I said, the standard webs that come with the actual figure. These, you've seen these. If you have a Spider-Man figure already, then chances are you've seen these already. They've already come. You might have like a few of them, you know, around, and you know, this again, you know, if it's the typical webbing that we actually get with any of the Spider-Man figures that we might have, whether it's Far From Home, whether it's Homecoming, whether it's the video game, we still get the same webbing. So, you know, they just continued it on, and, you know, yeah, we get a couple of them. Some that, you know, are nicely displayed. I'm going to play around with it just to see what I can actually come up with. Of course, we have that dynamic, you know, the dynamic stand and the pole that actually comes with it. And of course, we have that claw grip with it. So again, it's a standard what we would actually see with the figure. They, you know, gave us this, and, you know, we play around with it, but it's nice to see for the money that we pay, we get the accessories to come with it. So, yep, this is everything that you're going to actually get once you crack open your figure, everything that's actually in the box. But without further ado, let's get that figure out on this table, jump right in, and let's be the judge. Let's go. have in front of us right now the Ock. That is right, the Anti-Ock suit Spider-Man. And I will say, you know, pretty much the presence that you get in this figure is amazing. This is what you'll see. What you see right here in front of you is how I'm actually going to place him in a detail. And I'll tell you why. As much as I do love the Spider-Man figures that they've basically released, the one thing that I will tell you that is a bit of a disruption is the articulation. This suit is really restrained. And we're talking about Spider-Man here. Spider-Man who should have limitless articulation. You know what I mean? We should see him, you know, able to pull off, you know, so many different ranges, poses, stuff like that that we would like to see in the detail. Unfortunately, I will tell you that it is limited. You know, these figures and these, you know, just what they use, the material that they use, and on top of that, it's like a seamless suit itself, really rubberized. Now, although, like I said, it does have a butterfly joint in the elbows, shoulders, articulation in the legs, range of motion. Basically, it does give you a little bit of an ankle pivot, and it does have toe articulation. The problem is it's still limited. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that Hot Toys will somehow figure out how they're gonna, you know, especially if they're expanding on the Spider-Man universe. Articulation is important for this figure because, like I said, you know, Spider-Man pulls out, you know, and pulls off, you know, I'm talking about spectacular feats. And to limit that in a figure, it's kind of questionable. But I mean, this is what they chose to do, so you know, I'll rock with it. I do like this Anti-Ock suit. I like the diorama, the base that we get with it. I chose to do it this way as if he's in complete control of, you know, the tentacles, as you would actually say. But I do like it. I mean, and like I said, I'm not going to go too much into the articulation. I didn't want to take it off, but you can see, you know, pretty much if you pose him a certain way, you can actually get that, you know, statuesque type of pose with this figure. I will basically spin it around. I do actually have him on the dynamic stand with the claw. I know other people actually have problems with it and say the claw does mess up the uniform. To me, it doesn't. Like I said, if you have it in the right temperature in the room, my office is always in the right temperature, so I've never had a problem with posing my Spider-Man figures. And I do like the way I actually have them right now, as you can see. Yeah, this is how I'll actually have them in the detail, and it does come with some really pretty decent range. I mean, the presence of this figure is amazing. If you don't already have it, you can pre-order it through Sideshow. I actually got mine through Toys Wonderland, and I got it quicker. I actually got it at a cheaper price. You can get yours, you know, through any other outlet. I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. But, you know, continuing on, I mean, the detail in this figure, like if we actually want to go up and kind of take a look at the quality of it, I mean, again, you know, vibrant color as far as the yellow and the, you know, the mask itself with the eye plating, and also the plating on the actual suit itself. So we do get some pretty good things going on there. If we, you know, take it down and look at the suit itself, you know, I do like the suit. I like the design of the actual suit. Not, you know, it does have like a nice little matte black pattern, a little shiny with the padding. And you can see basically with that, we do get some nice range and articulation there. And again, it's all about the idea. It's about how you basically choose to pose the figure once you get them in a detail. Again, this is what I'm doing and how I'm actually doing this figure. You don't actually have to follow suit, but I mean, you just have to have a vision on how you want it to be. You know, I've learned from others who I've actually watched. Terry Smith, who he doesn't know it, but he is like a mentor of mine. He does some very spectacular poses. You know, so I kind of want to just, like I said, I mean, if you know, are a comic book fan, if you're an artist, and you want to kind of just take that vision and bring it to life, and that's pretty much what I've done. But again, this figure is spectacular. It's nice to play with, nice to, you know, kind of, you know, articulate, and, you know, it does have a presence. I do like the all black suit with the yellow, black and yellow Pittsburgh colors. I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, but, you know, some people are. Not me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you who my team is I'm gonna save the embarrassment. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice figure. I mean, I do like it. I like what you get from it. nice presence. And yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about it. I mean, based on the articulation though, I will say that for me, I'm going to give it a solid, I would say 7.5 out of 10. And that's clearly off it. And it's not because it's a bad design. It's a beautiful figure. I love it. But it's just that I would expect it more articulation. They need to figure out how they're going to do it with these suits. By far one of the best suits, but it's just the articulation. I like to have my figures articulated a certain way. And I don't get that with this figure. But all in all, it's still a decent figure. You know what, as a matter of fact, I even give it an 8.5 out of 10. Let's just bump it up because it is a beautiful figure. I give it an 8.5 out of 10, but articulation just didn't push it over the edge far enough, that is. But again, still you'll enjoy it. I enjoy mine. If you like this video, as always, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And as always, prepare for the next adventure. It is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. I will put the link at the bottom where you can actually get this figure where I got mine. Again, you can get it through different outlets. But again, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll give it a half a thumb up. I'll do it like that. Do enjoy the figure, but the articulation is limited, and that's where, you know, it kind of gets to me there. But other than that, LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. Enjoy, and as always, let's get it going.